What's up, people? It's your boy King Dion here, man. I hope everybody's having a good day, man. I just woke up maybe like a couple hours ago. I decided was gonna hop on some 2K, and I'm already like getting jerked around. And what's about to happen right here? I'm really gonna talk about how often and how much just this game cheats you, and to the point to where it just kills the immersion altogether, like the simulation immersion altogether. What you're finna see right here is just an issue. This is not cheating. This is not the CPU. This is not part of the cheating protocol or whatever they want to call it. This is just broken game mechanics. Like when you come up, I've talked to people on Operation Sports about this too. Like when you come up to court, and it works both ways for the CPU and the user. When you come up to court, you kind of get forced to turn around and look at the nearest like defender. If you're not sprinting, if you're in a full sprint, then you'll run past them. But if you're like jogging up the court, and if you get close to a defender, they'll make you turn and face the closest defender. So like it happens to the CPU. And when the CPU starts to pick up the pace a little bit, they start leaking out on the break a little bit more, and this tends to happen, and it's because of like that broken game mechanic that you can't stay in front of it. It's not the CPU trying to like cheat you and come back. I mean, they have like a ton of different ways that they will do and actually be cheating, just cheating the hell out of you, but this is not one of them. This is just an issue with the locomotion. Two, it's not even a defensive awareness. Like in this instance, it's just a locomotion, just the fact that you have this defensive stance animation that automatically triggers. So it's 2 points. I can look past that. This is something I can look past that because it doesn't happen that often. Maybe like 2 or 3 times a game I can deal. But what I can't deal with is guys like Dennis Schroeder just like standing under the paint and jostling for position and gaining position on a guy like Rudy Gobert when he doesn't have the strength rating and he doesn't have like the weight on him to even be able to like move this guy. What I don't like is when I'm doing crossovers and I get a step on a guy, and just because it's a certain time in the game, they start triggering animations that don't make sense for the situation to completely stop the ball handler, no matter what kind of angle or edge or step you had on the defender. Things like that. Rebounding, like I don't like rebounding when I'm like completely in position with the right rebounder to get the rebound, and then somebody like Tony Parker comes behind and then snatches a damn rebound over Steven Adams. Don't like shit like that. And that's not broken game mechanics. That is actually just cheating, and that's how they're translating difficulty. And that is the reason why I haven't been playing this game too much. Now honestly, I'll be honest with you, I've been playing it quite a bit lately, and that's because I found the slider set that eliminated most of the problems and kind of kept things realistic for the most part. But still, you'll see the CPU in instances where they're really trying to like cheat you. And the way this slider set works, I have to kind of suspend that for immersion for a minute to because like this, they'll just get beat. Like I have a slider set that eliminates a lot of that, right? Like a lot of the jousting, a lot of the screen cheese where the screen cheese where you come around the screen and you like missing the screen. You miss the screen by like 2 feet, but you still somehow get sucked back in, right? Like, suction screens that suck you into position even when you wasn't even like near the screen, stuff like that. That's all translation of difficulty. That's all just the CPU cheating the hell out of you. That's the reason why you get on Pro-Am and stuff like that. And that's the reason why people were complaining so much about moving screens and stuff on the Pro-Am back when the game first came out or whatever. And they still complain about it to the day is because the screens is an animation. It's not like physics based, and the animations don't trigger based on position, and they trigger randomly, and they trigger whenever at whatever time that's beneficial for the moment. And this and it sucks this way into like online too, and you know what the real shame is, dude, is that it's a tournament going on right now for $250,000. Like my best friend, like my day one homie, JT, man, he's on a team called Space Jam, one of the best players. I mean, they couldn't call it Space Jam because of copyright, and 2K ended up making them change to something else. But it's something in the line of Space Jam or something like that, right? He has this team on the Xbox One. They play the finals Friday. They're playing against the final team on Xbox One Friday, and whoever wins that game between those two teams go out to New Orleans for the All-Star game, and they compete against the top PS4 guy, and that's when you'll get the $250,000. So, he came over here, what was it, last Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday he came over here. He was over here last Saturday, but he stayed till Sunday. I was telling him and he really grinds it out on this game too. Like he really grinds it out on this game, and he doesn't really understand why I don't like this game, because I'll say things like I just thought NBA 2K14 was just better and more grounded in basketball, even though that game had a ton of issues too. It's just this game is like on a whole different level when it comes to like cheating and just issues in general with like the game. But he thinks 2K14 is the worst one. But the shame part is like this game, they're playing competitively for a game that's simply just not ready to be played competitively. It's just not ready. With stuff like this in the game, whether it's cheating or not, it's not ready. With animations that don't make sense for the situation. See, 2K tries to translate physics using animation, and it's done very, very poorly because, like, as I said before, the animations don't trigger when it makes sense based on positioning of the offensive player and defensive player. Like, they have hip riding animations on this game for drives, right? Like the jousting animations when you're running past a guy and he's on your hip. That animation happens a whole fucking lot in real life, because in real life when you get a step on a guy, that's physics. Like it's just he can't drop this foot back and just cut you off unless he's like really, really good at and really athletic and just good reflexes. That's a great defender if he can even do that like every once in a while. But on this game you have that animation, but when you get a step on a guy, like depending on what time it is in the game, they start stopping the ball no matter if you got past them or not, dude. I've been past guys like so much, like I mean, like I've had like my fucking like hip, like I'm standing side to side with players on the drive, like just side to side, and get like an animation that completely stops the fucking ball from getting to the rim instead of like either a blow by or hip ride animation. That the translation of difficulty, it's not ready for competitive. It's not ready for competitive. And if we really being honest, this is not even a simulation basketball game. This is actually more of an arcade basketball game with more sim elements than a usual arcade basketball game. It's just like it's a shame, man. And I feel sorry, dude, if my buddy, man, because that's my homie, like really, that's my best friend, man. And I feel bad if he end up losing that tournament like on some nonsense, and especially go out to New Orleans like on a grand stage, because he's like really like inches away from that, because this next team that he's gonna go against in that tournament supposedly is not even a good team. So it's just, I just don't want to see a man get jerked, and because this game is not ready for competitive, dude. It's just not. I'm sorry for the people who like 2K, and I like 2K. I actually love 2K as a series, man, and I want to see it do good, but it has to like get rid of a lot of things, like with casuals, like trying to cater to casuals too much, man, because like let me go back here in the slider set, like this is custom sliders for me. I got these off NBA Live Series Center, I think it's the NLSC form. Like I got these off, and these play pretty damn good. It kind of is night and day, like for like the gameplay, like. But the game still obviously has its issues that even these sliders can't fix. Ball security, that's on zero, and it's on 20 for the user. But I'm thinking about putting it down to 0 for myself. For the most part, the ball comes loose. You know what I'm saying, when it's dribbled in like a person's face. And that's one thing I fucking hate, dude. Like, stop, give the computer like options to be able to protect the ball. Like seriously, like give him, like if he can have I know it'll probably be hard as hell to program, because like I said, I have developers and friends and some family, and I know this is hard to do because this is something that has to do with like AI intelligence overall in general. They have to be able to like notice objects are there and have the whereabouts to be able to protect the ball from it. But have animations to protect the ball, man. Like don't just like sit here and have me like dribbling the damn ball. I have the computer dribbling the damn ball like through somebody's body, and you got guys reaching at the damn ball and his hands going directly through the ball, because the developers know that, hey, our AI isn't smart enough to be able to like keep this ball 100% tangible without getting it turned over all the time. It's just like, it's stupid, man. Like, it's just like, make better fucking games. Like, as the person who sympathizes with the developers, and I know it's not easy, but as a consumer, it's like, dude, I pay you $60 to $100 for this fucking game, and then you charge me an extra $60 to $100 for VC and shit. Like, fuck that. Make the game right. I don't give a shit how you gotta do it. Make the game right. And it comes down to the developers catering the casuals way too much, and it comes down to them not actually having. Look, I've said in the other video before, dude, it's game engine. Like they don't have, like they have to rebuild this game engine. Like whether they have to modify it, heavily modify this game engine like more than they usually do from year to year, or they have to like scrap it and like try to like have another team, a B team, like develop a whole new engine. It's gonna take about like 3 years, because that's what usually happens. Like no developer like fucking like just makes new engines out of thin air. You know, like it takes them 10-15 years sometimes to get off the same. And just look at a game like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is sitting on like the same like Quake engine, you know, like from way back and fucking like way back. Like come on, like you know, like, and it's cool. It's cool because that game isn't like the engine isn't heavily demanding like for stuff like that. Where at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we're talking about a first person shooter. You know, Battlefield went ahead and had the Frostbite engine developed, and I could be wrong, they might have not developed it, but you know, like sources say like that Battlefield, like DICE had that engine, EA had that engine developed, and you know, Battlefield went ahead and implemented that into the game, because what developers do is they scrap engines and then bring in whole new ones when they feel like the game can't progress on the current engine any longer. So they bring in new engines, and that's what I feel like what's with this game now. I feel like this game needs an engine switch, because like, you know, all the problems that we're having from 2K16, legacy issues, when you start seeing a lot of legacy issues and stuff like that, it's time to, and that's been around for like ages, dude. It means they can't be fixed properly, not on the current engine. Like you look at how plays and stuff ran on this game. Guys will sit there and run in place stuck to like another guy, and just run in place like up against like another defender or another offensive player. It's because the engine can't handle or can't allow guys to really recognize that other objects of beings are actually on the court. You know, like literally, guys, there's a lot of problems with this game, dude. And I suggest, like, if it doesn't get off the engine that it's on, it's gonna be even worse from year to year to year. So, you know, it's ridiculous, man. And I'm like expert on this stuff, but I do know some things about, like, you know, game development, like as what my like family and friends tell me. Like I have like 2 people that work. They don't work at 2K, but they work in like development studios and stuff like that. So, you know, I hear like a couple things, and I sit down and talk to guys about a couple of things. But you know, that's really like what happens though. That's really what it is, like as far as like game engines and stuff like this. And when it comes to 2K, is it comes down to they need a new engine. Like you know, there's animations on this game, like layup animations that I've seen back in 2K9. You know, like it's certain animations on like dribbles and stuff like that I've seen like back in like never mind, not dribbles. Dribbles has been completely rehauled actually. Like they've been like, ever since NBA 2K14 came out on next gen, like dribbling has been completely redone because of foot plan. They had to compensate for foot plan and stuff like that. But you know, like as far as layup animations, like falling animations, like I've seen all this shit before on like last gen and stuff like that. You know, like the lead pass. Why is the lead pass a 2-man animation? Why would you have the lead pass a 2-man animation, dude? Like, it's just, you know, I'm in rant mode now, man. But what I really wanted to say is just like the translation of difficulty in this game, dude, is ridiculous, and it is not ready for competitive. And what made me make this video is I just realized like my homie is just like inches away from going out to New Orleans to play that damn tournament. Like, you know, and then playing a game that's not ready for competitive, you can get jerked left and right and just like jerked out of $250,000. Like, does that sound like something that somebody's gonna take lightly? Like, you know, it's ridiculous, dude. Like, and then not to mention, like, what sense does the tournament even fucking make, dude? Like, you have to like go from Xbox, and then you have to like go over. Like, this is what I don't get, because he told me the plan is to go out to New Orleans and then play against the PlayStation 4 guys. But the PlayStation 4 guys, they play on the PlayStation 4. So the system that they're going to play on down in New Orleans is the PlayStation 4. So really the whole fucking like game, the tournament, is just favoring the PS4 guys. So why even fucking have it for the Xbox guys if now you're forcing the Xbox guys to come over and get used to a PS4 controller to play on a whole different controller, whole different console, all that, against another group of guys who've been like playing on this. Come on, man, like the landscape ain't even what? Talk about a home court advantage, Joe. Like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's early, man. I'm gonna eat some breakfast now. I'm gonna continue to play this shit, man, and because I am having a little bit of fun with it, man. But you gotta suspend like so much belief, like of and realism. It's ridiculous. But all right, people, man. It's been your boy King Beyond. Peace.